So, this is week 4
of our Viva.
Yeah, come on. Mary's also in this.
Mary's now in this. Alright, so we're going to be talking about, well, you're going to be talking about Monday.
So what we done on Monday, we had Leanne, who was teaching us a different way of learning our script, kind of to do with emotions. By doing that, she showed us how, when doing punctuation, if it's a full stop, do you just stop? Do you take that moment to take in what your character has just said, or an exclamation mark where you shout it, or you mean serious business? I don't know, something like that. And
the punctuation was helpful though, because if you didn't, our Shakespeare mark, if we just kept on reading the lines, it's like we're just reading off something. Whereas if you paused and actually get into it,
there's more character in it.
Exactly. As for my character is Romeo, and my guy has a lot of punctuation. It is more or less everything. So I had to keep breaking, but not too much though.
Yeah. Also in Tom's lesson, we were taught to prepare, research and practice our subconsciousness. That was when we learned the 4 modules, I think that's the word.
It's action, imagination, and
2 more.
2 more.
Attention and relaxation.
Relaxation, that was it. Relaxation was my favourite one because it gave me a chance to just relax.
And we were just going into depth about how they helped when we perform. Yeah, do you want to say anything you learned about that Monday?
I think the modules were really helpful as well. I quite liked imagination because he said if you have to improvise on anything, you're going to have to use your imagination and think as wild and crazy as possible.
Emotion memory, that was it. For my relaxation, I've actually no, not for imagination, my imagination and relaxation is complete both. He taught us the 3 circles. So we have 1 circle that only focuses on yourself and surrounding.
Isn't that the scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another circle where it just focuses everyone in, well not everyone, but the room a little bit. And the other circle is what I can actually see. I think I got it right. I hope I have. But that's what it's called. Tuesday. Do you want to do Tuesday or do you want to do Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday. Right.
Get some notes in case.
Okay. So on Tuesday, we were supposed to have Carly, but we ended up with Rebecca, and she allowed us to practice our monologues and to get any unwritten work done. But does that really matter?
What, the written work?
Yeah, this part.
Yeah, because that's what we done. That's how we get to the scratch, and
okay,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember. Okay, so we were practicing our monologues for the rehearsals, yeah?
No, this was for our auditions to get into.
I keep saying rehearsals.
To get
Scratch Night. We were practicing our monologues for our audition for Scratch Night. That's it. Oh, and then
we're having interviews with the directors and that, so they got to know us.
It was speed dating,
yeah.
With each of the directors. Mine went. I think it went good with all of them. Yeah, especially Chloe because that's why she picked me, I guess.
But I found it a bit fun because it was something I'm guessing some of us haven't done, and it was just a new experience to be able to put yourself.
And we really got the feel of what it's going to be like in an actual audition or something like that.
You just step in and say, hi, what's your name? You tell them what you're going to be performing,
Yeah.
and they say, alright.
I got put on the spot when they asked for my zodiac sign, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for any question they ask you, and even if you don't know it, then don't just say, I don't know.
Just give some sort of answer.
Give something sort of answer, even if it's silly or something, but don't be too silly because they'll feel this guy's not taking it seriously. But you know what I mean. When I performed though to the directors, I was feeling I liked it. I was confident enough to say my words and all that. It was, what was it? It was like, I know my character's name was Liam, but I forgot where it's from. I think it's from something Liam or something like that. But they liked it. The speed date was great as well. So
How was your audition?
I was really proud of my one. It is the same monologue that you know now, but yeah, at that time I was like testing it to see if I would be able to perform it. Everyone seems to be at that moment really nervous because a lot of people weren't that prepared. Not saying that it didn't look like it, but
it just
I felt pretty prepared and I felt like my audition went really well.
Mine was quite good, I think. I really loved my character because she was quite showy offy, and I don't know, I just
Very
loved-
full of herself.
Yeah, I feel like I can easily play a role kind of like that. I don't know, it was just very fun to act, especially because she moves around a lot, so I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
I finally remember where my character's from. Liam, Finance and Son. That's where it's from.
There you go. Do you want to do Thursday and then I'll do Friday?
Thursday, we had a little improv with Ryan or Haley. I believe it was with Haley.
It was with Haley, yes.
Yeah. So the exercise we did was we had a chair in the middle, and someone was sitting in that chair, and you have to try and get someone off the chair.
You had to persuade them to
You
get
have
off
to
that
persuade
chair.
them, but you can't use violence, so you can't just go like do an uppercut or something like that.
You
right?
can't just go, can I have that chair?
Yeah, you have to try and persuade them. So.
Let your imagination like go wild.
So one of the things that I did was I said, I've just been stabbed and I'm bleeding. I need to go to the hospital. Can I please sit in that chair because I'm bleeding out?
Yeah.
The person didn't move out of the chair though, but in realistic, they will probably move out of the chair. They
Is
see
that
me.
Sandra?
I think it was Sandra. How did you guys feel about
You
it?
were saying something about the reasons to get the person out was was the units, and the objective was to get the person out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like when Sandra was very hard to get out of the chair, all it took was a little inside joke to move her. But realistically, if someone was to be bleeding to death, you would give them the chair.
There's a bomb on the train. You might want to get out of that chair.
Remember the Hitler one?
Yeah, the Hitler one. But yeah, it was a hard exercise though. It was really hard to get them out of the chair, and the most important thing about it as well is that, especially if you have a good idea, you said that you're a criminal, you have to get off the chair. If they say no, it's kind of...
The story won't move along.
It won't move along. It just stop there. The number one rule is to always say yes.
Exactly.
So don't say no, because it just makes it difficult for me and you.
Do you wanna?
Go.
Yeah, go for it.
Afterwards we had, it was the year ones, us, and the year twos, and we did a little warm up. It was called EastEnders. We did a take it thing. I almost won, and we did a little. Afterwards we did a duologue. So
that was fun.
That was fun as well. So we got to see the year twos perform their duologues. They got to see us, and we saw them do our duologues, and then they saw us do our duologues. My duologue was, I was with my partner Rosie. Mine was great. I did a fake burp and I really made the audience laugh. I'm sorry I did that.
That was really good.
Apparently Leanne loved it and said that if that's a good talent, you should use it a lot. So yeah, I'm going to use it a lot, really.
It felt really realistic.
Yeah. One thing I need to not do though is that when I say swear words or anything like that, I don't need to emphasize it. So if I'm saying fuck,
Don't need to
I
drown it out.
don't need to drown it out because yeah, it's just too much.
Harry, you want to talk about you and your partner and your duologue, if you remember it?
Mine was with Joyce, and our feedback was quite helpful and good. We got feedback on how we both need work on projection, which is something I notice a lot as well. And how I feel like, yeah, it does matter a lot. Okay, I was going to say it doesn't matter, but it does. But
yeah.
The person you work with, I feel like you have to have some sort of good vibe going on between
Some sort of
you,
chemistry.
because, yeah, if it's not good, if it's just bad blood and tension in the air, it's not going to be a great show. You're not going to perform it as natural. And she also said because we are quite close friends and because like we do have good air, good
Yeah, it's such a positive attitude.
it was quite easy to perform it as well.
I had Paris. Me and Paris had a lot of fun rehearsing it. I don't know. I think it was mostly nerves when we got to actually performing it, but she ended up rolling a huge joint. But like the smallest little things like that, even though it is a mistake, in that we were supposed to be high, so it could have been like, oh, she was so high that she just didn't notice what she was doing, stuff like that. But yeah, I felt like we done a really good performance, and she's definitely fun to work with and stuff like that.
Same with me and Rosie.
Friday, we had a lesson with Hayley, and that was when we were putting our professional photos onto our actor CV, so our directors could have a proper what's it called? As a CV of ourselves, so they know the face with the name. We also had Gary, who made us watch our audition tapes that we were practicing on doing, what an actual audition would be like for film. Do you want to talk anything about like what you learned from that? Or
He taught us the. Oh, do you want to talk?
No, I was just.
He taught us over shoulder. Over shoulder is where like I'm in like one angle and then I'll have a partner that's just like.
Oh no, that's different.
Which one's that one?
So we're talking about the one where we had to come in and pretend it's an audition.
Oh, wrong one, wrong take.
Wrong day.
In this one, I actually found.
After we watched the audition.
Karen speaking.
Yeah, in my audition, apparently I was a very smiley person. Like I just couldn't stop smiling, and that's a good thing because if the director sees I'm a very fun person to work with, they'll be like, oh, well, happy fun person. Then they'll be like, oh, this should be a really good person to work with and all that. I'd love to work with you. So they asked me questions which I didn't know the answer to. For example, they said to me, what's my head size? I was like, how can I like change it? Because I don't know what my head size is. So I just said, I got a big head. And more or less I do, but it did count. And he asked me sort of questions like, can I swim? And it's important to tell the truth because if they ask you a simple question and say to you, can you swim? And you say, and you don't know I mean, if you can't swim, then you just say, no, I can't swim. Don't say, yes, I can swim. Because if you get it, who knows? They can say, all right, swim down that ocean real quick for this ad.
Accidents happen.
Accidents do happen.
It's always good to play the truth.
Yeah.
I could tell when in my audition tape I was like really nervous and I wanted to get straight to the point, gave really quick answers. What I learned from that is I should kind of take my time, process the question, and yeah. Mary, you want to say anything about your audition tape?
I quite liked my one. He said something about being presentable. Did you already say that?
Present no.
Being presentable and looking like you really want this part. You can't be just even if it's like a bad day because you have to come in with a good attitude because that shows that you're easy to work with and they will want to hire you even more. And I feel like I portrayed that in my audition because I feel like I did. I was pretty much smiling the whole thing.
You just had a really positive attitude.
Yeah.
And then after we started learning how to do a duologue camera angle, such as just straight in front of each other, diagonal, and then over the shoulder. Is that
Too short is this one?
Too short.
Oh yeah,
Too short is that one.
Yeah,
and then over the shoulder.
Two over the shoulders, and then just a regular in front of one another.
Yeah.
That's too short.
Whatever, it's too short.
There's two of them, right?
Yeah, we were learning that for the first time, which was really tricky, as we've never had to do that before.
No.
And also we had to be really close to one another.
Which was kind of
Really
uncomfortable, but like, as Abby said, if you're working with a person that you're close with, then you're fine. Or just calm.
Do you want to talk about your partners or?
My partner was good. Like, I don't mind like going like close to my character,
Yeah.
my partner, and all that. Because, as I said, we're tight.
Was it Rosie again?
Yeah, it was Rosie. Yes,
There's something repetitive there.
it's Rosie.
Mary, you want to talk about your partner?
I was partners with Paris, and we found it a bit difficult to come up with like a short script, actually we both found it difficult with the whole thing, pretty much finding marks and like trying to get it in the perfect place, trying not to cover one another if we're like doing the over shoulder thing, but it was really hard. But yeah, no, that's it. It was really hard.
I had Luke Bartlett. I worked with him before in a geologue, so it wasn't awkward, but we never had to stand that close before, so it was just funny trying to remember to stay in that proximity. But yeah, that was what we done for week 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. See y'all later.